My name is Dotsie Bausch. I'm an Olympic medalist and the executive director of Switch4Good, a nonprofit that works tirelessly to rattle accepted norms around dairy and health, abolish the current system of dietary racial oppression, and promote solutions for climate change. You may have heard that Starbucks is dropping its upcharge for non-dairy milks and transferring the upcharge to regular cow's milk. Actually, Switch4Good made that announcement after asking Starbucks numerous times to do the right thing and drop the upcharge. We made those requests for hugely important reasons. Simply put, Starbucks non-dairy upcharge is a form of dietary racism. My friend and ally, Dr. Milton Mills, is a physician who speaks prophetically about this issue. So I've asked him to say a few words.
Look, the vast majority of people of color are lactose intolerant. That means that we cannot digest cow's milk and other dairy products without getting really sick. So by charging extra for non-dairy milk, Starbucks is forcing people of color to make an unsavory and horribly unfair choice. And the choice we're confronted with is that either we pay more for our coffee or we take regular milk and make ourselves sick. Since most white people can digest dairy just fine, the non-dairy upcharge is basically a racial tax on people of color. It is dietary racism, plain and simple, and there are no two ways about it. It perpetuates the systemic and structural racism that has been woven into the fabric of American society since its inception. On behalf of all people of color everywhere, I demand, absolutely demand, an immediate end to the non-dairy upcharge because it is intolerable and unjustifiable.
As a nonprofit that promotes sustainable social justice, we at Switch4Good find it deeply unfair that Starbucks charges extra for non-dairy beverages. That's why we think Starbucks should adopt our Justice Cup. When they announced that they really are abolishing their non-dairy upcharge. We're not asking people to boycott Starbucks, no, but we are asking the public to help us level the playing field. If you believe people of color should not be penalized at the cash register, here's what you can do. Call Starbucks and just ask them to drop the upcharge for non-dairy milk. Call 1-800-782-7282 and select option number 2. Also, you can subscribe to receive updates from Switch4Good. This is just the start of our campaign to ensure companies no longer exploit people of color for the sake of profit. And I need to say one more thing. Yes, I am a white person, calling out a deeply rooted systemic racism issue that affects 80% of people of color and only about 15% of white people. But this is an injustice I have felt compelled to reverse ever since I founded Switch4Good. We have fought hard to bring this issue to light, alongside many people of color like Dr. Mills. We have fought at the federal level by helping to change the dietary guidelines for Americans last year, bringing soy milk in as nutritionally equivalent to cow's milk from a macronutrient perspective. That was a big win. We are now fighting to bring that same soy milk into schools across our nation, so all children sickened by cow's milk will finally have a choice that does not negatively impact their education and their long-term health.
Hey Starbucks, I have something really important to say to you. Your non-dairy upcharge is dietary racism. In your 50th anniversary ads, you talked a lot about togetherness. You talked about how grateful you were to be a part of your customers' communities and daily lives. Well, I'm throwing the BS flag on that because based on this racist non-dairy upcharge, you're showing people of color that you really don't care about us. You really don't care to be a part of our community, and you couldn't care less about making us ill. So if you really mean the things that you said, then you need to prove it. Show us you really care about communities of colors, who, by the way, are some of your very best customers, by dropping your racist upcharge for non-dairy milk. There's really no excuse to do anything else.